Alright everyone, good morning, happy Thursday. It's so freaking windy. I just dropped Jax off. I'm gonna leave this coat. I hope you can hear me, it's so windy. I'm gonna leave my coat in the car. I dropped Jax off. It's PE day, and PE's like just down the hall on the first floor, so easy for me to carry the backpack. It's just a tiny bit further than the clinic, but it was locked, so I waited a little while to see, like a minute or two, to see if a teacher would come and unlock it. Sorry, my hands are so full. I don't mean to like make you stare at my nostrils and neck folds, but that's where we are. Anyway, so I'm a few minutes later than normal. It's like already 9:20, but obviously it's not a huge deal. But I am going to work for about an hour, the cafeteria monitor position. I'll do all the setup, and I can do the first 15 minutes of lunch. Then I will excuse myself, take a bathroom break, because of course the worst part of my period is exactly when I sub for the first time. But then I'll head to the office because I think I'm a little alright, bye. Cool. So I got cut off. I am setting up. We have paper towels out, Canada, 100 ketchup, 30 barbecue sauce, filled with forks and spoons, trash cans and sanitizer are set up for 3. Since I won't be here very long, we don't need 4. I need to put some paper towels down in this bin. We donate food the kids don't want. Instead of them just getting the required fruits and veggies and then throwing the apple away, we donate it to local food pantry. But I think everything's good to go. I was peeking the fridge to see how status is. It smells like garlic bread. They're cooking garlic bread right now. Oops. Somebody lost a chunk of apple scone this morning. Anyway, when I was refilling the forks and spoons, one of the office staff saw me, or I don't know if she came purposefully or she just was walking by and saw me, but she came and was like, oh, aren't you subbing? She let me know that one of the monitors is going to be out on Monday, and asked if she should schedule a sub. One of the previous monitors can sub in here. I don't know if it's like an official position. She made it sound like it's like an official position, being a cafeteria sub. And she is perfect for it because she totally can handle just going to all sorts of cafeterias. But she was asking if she should get her to cover my spot just in case I sub, since I can now sub. And I was like, well, as far as I know, I'll be here because it's hard to pick up sub jobs because I can't do anything that starts at the beginning of the day. It has to be 9:30 and on. But we do have the funds because we were without staff so long in the beginning of the year, and she's just going to go ahead and book her. If I'm there, they'll have 4, and that's what we've been having, and it's totally fine. And if I pick something up, there'll be 3, and that's perfect. So that's what she's going to do, and I also let her know that when I'm here, they're welcome to pull me out to sub, and that's fine. So I might have to start bringing my sub bag every day and possibly packing a lunch just in case I stay here the whole time. I wouldn't die if I didn't eat lunch till I got home because the school gets out. I'd probably be home by 2:30, but it's not ideal. It's not ideal. My stomach would be teaching the class. But yeah, I am all updated. I had a glove on because this was my touching the clean forks and spoons hands. But I was going to say my friends, my coworkers who are friends, should be showing up soon, and I'll let them know that I am only here until 10:15. Then I'm going to take a pee break and get ready for subbing. I survived. It went well. It was a whirlwind. If I had to choose one word, whirlwind. But I was subbing for a resource teacher who just has continual small groups, or she has to go into a classroom to support a student, or go into a classroom and do a small group in the back. It was just chaotic, but organized chaos. We'll go with that. So I went and I did 1 hour of my cafeteria monitor job. I did all the setup and was just there for 15 minutes of kindergarten. Had to say goodbye, and then headed to the office to see if there's anything I needed to do. But basically all subs do is sign a sheet that they got a badge, because they have to have a badge that lets them in and out of the building for recess and whatnot. But I already have a badge since I'm an employee of that school. So yeah, then I headed to her classroom to wait for her. She came in and went over her schedule and what I needed to do for each group. And there's just like initials of kids on the schedule, but I didn't know most of them. There's only a couple I didn't. I started out with a small group reading lesson in her room. Most of the kids just showed up, and she grabbed the other two before she went to her meeting. I was going over letter sounds and words, and then we did some workbook stuff, and then they had a couple minutes. She has a little like poster size drawing sheets taped up to one of the dividers in the room, and she said the kids are allowed to color if they finish early. So they got to do that for a few minutes, and then it was lunchtime, so I sent them back to get ready for lunch. And then it was the lunch bunch time. Normally if there's a sub, she just skips it and makes it up, but Sebastian had insisted, and she said that's totally fine. I didn't have access to the slides she normally uses, but I can tell you that it's just a basic service where kids learn conversational social skills. Like, you sit and listen to what somebody says. You don't interrupt in the middle. You don't like blurt, and you contribute to the conversation and stuff. So multitudes of children with different personalities can benefit from that. So yeah, I went and got the ones that were definitely for the lunch bunch. They're assigned that lunch bunch. But she did mention 2 that she sometimes gets as well, well, 3. And I asked them, because one of them asked me if she could come too. And so we asked the optional kids, and yeah, 2 of them came. So we had quite a group, and basically I said, hey, I know a lot of your names, but not all of you. I want you each to say your name and say something interesting about you. And I'll go first. And my name is Mrs. Siegel, and this is my first day subbing. So they thought that was really cool. And they went around. It was a lot of over talking, so definitely work to be done, but they did great. It's hard to stay in your seat. It's hard to wait your turn. Everybody tried, and great group of kids. So we did that. I barely got to eat, so I just made some more lunch, and I have about a half an hour until Sebastian gets home. But it goes so fast after you've waited for everybody to go through the line and buy their lunch, and you've gathered everybody up and you bring them all to the classroom. And then you have to be watching the clock so they can pack up, because you don't want them to miss recess, which I was hoping was outside, but it was not. It was indoors. But I returned everybody to their teachers or their substitutes. There's so many substitutes. I don't know why I didn't see these in the system, but maybe they were scheduled way in advance. But then I had to dash off to a one-on-one where I just shadow somebody, and it was just to keep the child on task. Loved the child, so polite, would stay all day with that child, so sweet. And they were not with the group when I arrived, but joined me with the group and were great in checking in with me. The whole 30 minutes that I had, it was half in the classroom and half in PE. And then I said goodbye, and I went and got one of my friends who was in both the reading and the lunch bunch for a one-on-one reading, which we actually did math. She had pulled a math worksheet for her to do. We made sure to do the reading, the word problems first, as she had said. And yeah, I finally got a bathroom break. There was a bathroom in that room, and I was like, I need to use the bathroom. Now, I have the worst period ever. I have about 6 to 8 hours on day 2 where I need to go to the bathroom every 45 minutes or I bleed through everything. There's nothing in the world that contains it. People have said, use the cup. It will fill up in 45 minutes. So, and at this point, let's see, I had a bathroom break right after I left the cafeteria at 10:20-ish. And it was 12:15. So yeah, I had bled through everything. I wore black pants and a long sweater on purpose. And of course, the little bathroom in her classroom had no trash can. So yeah, luckily there's not much going on out there, and the child was engaged in their work, so I could take my little bundle of goodness to the garbage. I don't know how teachers do it. I wouldn't be able to all day long on certain days. All that aside, I mean, sorry to give you too much information, but if you have a uterus and you want to be a sub, maybe this is helpful. That's something to note. This teacher did not have breaks scheduled, except like there was one right before I arrived, and I think there was something later in the day. Her Thursdays, she's got that lunch bunch. Normally she'd have a lunch. Then, yeah, I was with a really good student who allowed me a bathroom break. And then we finished with her, and actually the teacher came back then. She was done with her meeting, and there was still, what did we have, like maybe a half an hour left till my subbing was over. So she went to take a well-deserved break. She is fasting for Ramadan, so didn't have a lunch to eat, but she's like, I'm just gonna go take a moment. Like, we got this, don't worry. So I had a tray with a reading activity to go into a classroom. I had to get 2 kids from one classroom and then bring them into another classroom, and we had a small group in the back. There was a sub in that classroom. I think she had been in another classroom earlier. I don't know. It's a mess. They needed subs. I don't know why they didn't come to me, because even the teacher I was subbing for, she's like, I thought you were going to get pulled and put in one of those classrooms. But yeah, I did the group again. It's like herding cats, but we got through it. I mean, you're working with kids who need the extra help, so you just have patience, and we got through it. We did great. And yeah, she was coming back right as I was coming out. I gave her the work, and I filled out the last little bit of my sub sheet. I was just filling it in as I went along, and I'm proud of myself. But yeah, that's it. I so far am going to be in the cafeteria tomorrow. And again, I said, if they need me more somewhere else, just pull me. I don't know how to do anything, but we'll figure it out. And I already, right when I got home and I changed into jeans and clean underwear, it feels good. And I have a heating blanket. I loaded up the subs, and Sebastian's teacher needs a sub from 1 to 2:30, so the last hour and a half of the day next Thursday. And I'm mostly looking at Thursday and Friday because those are the days, or Wednesday and Thursday, because those are the days I'm not scheduled, but I can take any day really, because I'm an extra in the cafeteria. So I signed up for that. Dismissal's a little scary, but it's like ripping off a band-aid. We gotta do it. But that was my long talking of the day because I didn't want to have to go over this later when I'm trying to get Sebastian in bed. So we'll keep it short later. I need to eat. Okay. It is not much later. Sebastian got home and we did some homework, basically a review. He was not having it, but we made it through some of it, so sometimes that's all you can do. But before he left school, like right after I talked to you, I loaded up the sub listings and saw something pop up that was 1 to 2:30. I'm like, okay. And it was for Sebastian's teacher for next Thursday, so I clicked super fast. When he came home, he's like, I know that you're subbing for my teacher. She called me over to show me, which confirms my suspicion that the teachers put their sub request in and they get notifications when it's approved, so or accepted. So yeah, gonna do that one. We'll see what else comes up, and I'm sure there'll be situations where I'm just pulled. I don't know how that works. I didn't have to do anything timesheets wise for my cafeteria monitor job. I have to put in my hours. I have to put in Fridays, every other Friday before I even do it. So right now I don't think I put it in, but she'll come and see me like in the morning and say, can I put Friday in for you? I do everything else myself, that she being the payroll person. But if they were to pull me out and I didn't do all those hours, she'd have to correct that. So I didn't want to put it in yet. The subbing, it seems the dean who does all the coordination is the one that approves the time through the system that the sub listings are posted on, and that somehow pays me, I guess. I don't know. I'm in the high school and I just got here. I got here at the exact same time as always, 3:15, and the two cars, gray minivan and gray Tesla, are there, but there's two others there. And so I'm pretty far back. Like, I'm not even to the handicap, but I'm only one back. So I'm hoping those two extra cars are picking up early and the people will scooch forward. I feel like on Thursdays a lot of kids get out early. But yeah, I haven't gotten comfy yet, even though I did turn off my car because I feel like maybe we're gonna pull forward. And there's already another car behind me. And usually it's not that many. But yeah, sorry, I'm talking so much today. There's just so much to tell you. But yeah, see you later. You've heard from me so much today, so we've got to keep this short. It was a lot today. It was a lot to process. I think I did well. I'll give myself a B+. I did well. Yeah, go me. It's hard going in and doing things you don't know and doing them with confidence. So yeah, we did good. Picked up Jax and it's exhausted. It's not from my work day, but from my period. And I bleed this heavy. By the end of the day, I am so wiped out in this way that does not compare to other ways of being tired. It's definitely like this anemic kind of feeling, so I'll probably be feeling that still tomorrow, but it'll get better. So I worked on this cardigan that I am gonna slowly pick away at while I was in the car waiting for Jax, and then I just tried to stay awake after that. We ordered food because Danny's digestive system was really, really rough last night and he didn't get much sleep. So neither of us were up to going out. I couldn't even go out and get the tampons I needed. I had to order them for delivery. I just couldn't. I felt so gross and so tired from all that. They didn't even have a trash can in the bathroom. Thank goodness there was only one student with me. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow. I'm gonna assume that I'm doing the lunch shift, but I did pull out like a nicer sweater. I'm gonna still stick with jeans that I wear when I'm in the splash zone. I think I'm going to pack my sub bag just in case. The lunch bag fits in it and I can put like a snack and a drink in the lunch pouch just in case. But most likely I would only get pulled out for little things. I don't know. Just in case I'll just do that and bring it. I have my wallet and keys and just a little bag that fits inside of there right now. I do like it, but I have a couple more things that I like to carry around on a daily basis. Like I know I have that mini backpack, but it's mostly empty. There's plenty of space. I can put like my whole travel mug of tea and a whole bunch of other stuff I can fit in there. But the little bag, a little sling bag, I don't know if I could fit a grocery bag in there. I really like to have a grocery bag with me, like a half-size one. So I don't know if I could switch over to that all the time, but maybe I'll see how small it folds up and look into putting in a different bag. Get out of there! Get out of there! Can you make sure when you go into the bathroom that you put your garbage into the trash can? Your toothbrush case is on the floor. Go. Dumpster diving. I know you don't care about what I put in my bag. I felt like I had a little mini travel bag somewhere that like folded up into the size of like a strawberry. Who knows where that is now? I have to look around and see. I should just say goodnight to you. Yeah, thanks for watching this one. It was so long and I can't film anything while I'm subbing, obviously. I have a little clip of me just standing and waiting for the teacher to arrive. But even then I didn't really want to lift my phone up high because the door is open and it's a busy hallway. So, yeah. Thanks for just like listening to me talk about it. And I'll tell you more next time I sub again. All right, everyone. Sebastian's gonna help me say goodnight. Good night, everyone. Stay safe, be kind, and don't forget.
Wash your hands.